there friends, it is me HLModTech, and I don't know if you've all noticed, but I've got this playlist called Dog Daze where my dog Bailey and I take you on some cool trips around Ottawa County and near Holland, Michigan. Well, some of them I don't tell you how long the trips are, so I came up with an idea. We are going to track down just how long one is using Google Earth. First thing I'm going to do is launch Google Earth in Chrome, because it is quite amazing that it just flat out runs in a browser. Once in, I want to take you to the Port Sheldon Dunes, which was the first location that we went to. So when I type Port Sheldon, it actually zooms in and finds the area called Port Sheldon. But I know that I want to be back a bit, all the way to Van Buren Road. And right back here is the Van Buren Road where the paths are. And these are the paths that I actually travel. Now you cannot see them because the street is here, but watch this. If you grab the little dude and drop him on the street, they will give you a street view and we can actually find the entrance. I see an open space right up here, so I'm going to just click the arrow about 10 times. And this is so cool, you can actually turn and zoom and take a look at the place. Alright friends, so now that we know where the entrance is, let me show you how we're going to measure it. So when we hit the measurements, I've got the distance here in miles, and I know that I come up here, and I come over, and I follow this little path down, and it comes over to this area right here. And then I'm going to hit done at that little chunk. So that's going to be the first leg where we come through. And that's how me and Bailey stroll through this area. I'm going to take that distance and copy it and paste it into my little Google Sheet I've created. So from there, let's hit Start New, and let's just move through the next part of my trip. So we come through this scrubbly area right here, and we come all the way up to this corner. Let's see if it'll let me drag. And it won't, so I will just finish right at this area, 0.13 miles. Click Done. I'm going to copy that number and paste it into my spreadsheet as well. Control V. Boom, there's the 0.13 for that leg of our trip. So we're right at this corner. There are so many ways you can travel this route, like some people go through here and get to the power lines. I like to follow this little path, and you can just see the little peaks of it popping out. This is a real nice wooded area, which is nice when it's a really hot day. And once again, I've reached the edge of where it'll let me click, so I'm going to just tell it done and remember that I'm in these trees. Copy that 0.2 miles, and I'm going to use Control V to paste it into place. Let's go back and tell it Start New from that same spot. But I'm going to, before I start new, move up, because I always come up by this house on this path right here. So we're at this location, and we always come across, and we get up close to the road here. It follows this, and you can go straight, but I always like the path that comes through here. And then I cut all the way down, and I love this because Bailey loves to climb this dune area. And then we pop out right here on the power line. The power lines are awesome. We truck all the way down this way, and then right at the top of this hill, we're able to cut across and move into this area. It's a lot of fun strolling across, and then there are big paths up here, but Bailey and I like to find a little path that looks more like a deer path right in this area that leads to a larger hill. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to hit Done. Let's copy that number and paste it into our spreadsheet. And let's go back to Google Earth, and I'm going to close it. I'm going to drag it down till I'm at that spot again. Let's bring back our ruler, and let's start from that same spot. And then when we come through here, we like to come around, and we come up through here, and there are some awesome dunes that we move through as we go through this area. And then we finally cut back towards the power line. I will hit Done again. Copy that. Let's move back to Port Sheldon. Let's paste it in. back to Google Earth. I'm going to close it, scroll it, and you can see I was that close to the road. So we will wrap up our trip, and what Bailey and I usually do is we pop through right here, and then you can come down this way and this way, but we like to come in right where we entered, and boom, that is how Bailey and I do our loop. Copy that number in. Let's go to the Port Sheldon Dunes, do our Control V. I'm going to delete these last legs, and let's find out how far Bailey and I travel when we do our trip. We want to do a sum of those pieces. Press enter, and it says 0 miles. After I get rid of the labels and we retranslate it, that means that Bailey and I are traveling 1.5 miles when we do this cool little path. Now, my friends, I know this is not perfect, but it is a pretty good guess of what me and the puppy do. These laps can be all shorter. There are so many places you can cut through and make it different, and if you've ever watched a puppy travel, she probably gets in 2 miles because she doesn't do a straight moment the entire time. But we do have a lot of fun, and there's a lot of good hills on this one, which is great if you're trying to get your puppy a good workout. So, friends, if you enjoyed the clip, please hit a like. If you got a question, comment, or a suggestion, please leave it down below. If you got a place we should be checking out, let us know that as well. And if you haven't subscribed, please smash that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit the notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HLModTech. Thanks for watching.